So today I thought I'd give you a little tiny tour of my little tiny shop. Got this moped a couple weeks ago. Got that moped about 3 weeks ago. Yeah, it's a mess. Got a little tarp with mats set up so I don't drip all over the storage unit. Some of my tools, random crap. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, I'm pretty much just using it to flip mopeds and bikes at the moment. I'm just trying to do stuff that looks relatively easy because I don't have my own garage. You can make some pretty good money doing this as a side hustle. Mopeds are relatively easy to fix and they're pretty cheap to get parts for. Most of the time I try to pick them up for $100, $200 maybe. I'll just give you a rundown of what I've been doing right now. So this bike, it's a GY6 150. It has all the plastics for it. I don't have them on it at the moment. Everything looks all right. I haven't taken the carb apart yet, but probably have to clean that out. The first thing I usually do is order a key kit because no one ever has the keys for these. So these mopeds both had a clean title. They did not have the key for either moped. Usually that's a little bit of a red flag if they don't have the key. Luckily, you can order a key kit on Amazon for usually around $20, maybe $25. If it's a really cheap moped, you can probably find it for like $12. This was like a nicer moped ignition kit key switch. I think this one was $25. It'll come with the actual key, right? Normally, you just want to find one that matches up with this so that it's just plug and play. So you don't have to hardwire anything. But it came in this box. So it came with this guy. So this guy is what's going to open the seat hatch. Obviously, I already broke into it. But eventually I will replace that. Right now I'm just focused on getting it started. So that's why I just have the ignition key in. And this little guy. So on the front, this is the front of the moped. That's where the key goes to start it. This guy goes right here. And I broke into that as well. But so this guy will replace that, and it will match up with our ignition key. So yeah. So that's the first couple steps, and then I'll hook the moped up to power, make sure that the key is powering on the vehicle, whatever it is, moped, bike. But yeah, that's just an example. Moped parts are pretty cheap. As long as the motor itself is good, you're usually going to come out on top with a moped. Another thing that's pretty cheap is the carburetor. Normally I'll try to save money and just clean out the carburetor, but I'm lazy. Sometimes I just buy a carburetor because they're like $30. So when I'm really crunched for time, I'll usually just do that. So I have my little jump pack. I already drained it. It wasn't fully charged, and I used it to just make sure this guy was working. It is. So luckily I got the Corolla and jumper cables. I'm just gonna roll this over there and jump it. So you always want to be careful jumping anything, especially something without a battery, because I'm gonna be jumping it directly to these wires. If these wires touch, or I touch these wires, I don't know if you can die. You probably can, but just got to be smart. So I always hook up to the dead side first, the side with no power, which would be this side. There's no power coming from the moped, so there's no worries for me right now just hooking up to these wires because they're not live because of electricity. All right, so those are hooked up. I've got them in places where they can't touch each other. It's impossible. Now I'm gonna start my Corolla. That could have been bad. All right. I don't want my camera in the engine bay while it's running. It almost just fell over right there. So, like I said, that's hooked up. It's good. It's not gonna touch any metal, really. You don't want it to touch the frame or anything that could be grounded. This guy is resting on plastic, so it's all good. We're good on that end. Now we gotta hook this up to my gross corroded battery. So we should have power to the moped. It's not powered on right now. Oh, is it? Okay, it is. I left the key on. So watch the light. So when I key it on, that rear light should come on. It should get brighter when you hold the brake down, but so we're all hooked up. Kill switch. That means no start. That means yes start. Oh, it's cranking. Oh, look at that. Got some melting. Okay, see how it's heating up? It's literally melting some things. That's not good, so we'll quit for now. But it did try. I think the signal lights work. Oh, the back one does. Oh, the front one on the right side works. And the back one on the right side works. So that's always good, I guess. Headlight. The brights work. Low beam, nothing. Oh well, no one cares. Just run the brights all the time. When you're disconnecting, you always want to start here. So as soon as this is off, nothing has power. There's no chance of being electrocuted. So it's dead now. Unless it touches like that. So now you're good to do this. But yeah, mopeds are great. You can make some good money, I think. All right, well, bye-bye. Oops.